Hi everyone, it's me back again with a closing thoughts video about Persona 5 Royal. I'm going to go through what I enjoyed about it, what I didn't enjoy about it, all the improvements, everything really that I can come up with and want to speak about, pretty much. I have a note sheet that I've written here. Let's see. It's 8 pages long. So we will see how well I use it, okay? This will probably be my last, in some capacity, my last video about Persona 5 Royal. I might do a NG Plus playthrough later on this autumn or closer to Christmas. We will see. I don't want to promise anything. Let's start, right? Okay, yeah. Excuse the mess in the room as well. It doesn't exist. It's just me here. Okay, so. General improvements first. The first thing I noticed was the difference in the opening introduction stuff section of the game, where obviously a new character, Kazumi. Spoilers! You've got 3 seconds to leave before spoilers. 3, 2, 1. You've got your time. Where Kazumi slash Sumire shows up. You also can use a grappling hook for some reason, and I was like, okay, they've already begun changing things. I quite liked it actually. It created a mystery of who that person was and stuff like that, why she was there. Yeah. And then the other thing I noticed, maybe I should change this for this screen. This is a bit better. The other thing I noticed was when the characters talked, there were a bit more animations. What I could tell, it created more lively personality just by adding some sprites, different expressions and stuff like that. Small improvement, but it's you can notice it easily. That wasn't good at all. I changed it back. Okay. More animated cutscenes, also great. I love those cutscenes, partly because they are fantastic. They showcase a fantastic animation, as well as they have a lot of thumbnail potential within them. I might show a thumbnail or two here. Okay, so maybe. Thieves' Den was also a new thing where you could hang out with the thieves. You could place stuff from palaces and create like a hangout spot for everyone. You could play cards and you could look at illustrations, art, concept art, listen to music. A great place to. It's like an extras section, but more well done, so to speak. It's more fleshed out, okay? It feels like something more than extras in the menu, in the main menu. So I like that one. I haven't been able to go back so much. I think I visited it twice total. But it's a nice change. I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. Speaking of new additions, there's another more. It's not a huge section, but it's an impactful part of the game. You can travel to Kichiyoji, where you can play darts to further your baton pass rank with your teammates, and you can play billiards, where you can improve your technical rank, which is a thing I'll come to later. Sorry for the pling in the mobile. I'm a busy man. A busy boy, maybe, is more accurate. Okay, so Billiards, you can play that. You can also hang out with Kazumi, the new Confidant. And they've also changed Akechi's Confidant links to not be mandatory. Some of them are, and then you must hang out with him to actually further his Confidant path, so to speak. So those two characters are also there. You can visit the temple where you can raise the SP of Ren, Akira, whatever you want to call him. You can sell soothe clothes instead of washing them to gain points and money, and or you can also hang out in the jazz club where do I begin? You can get new skills, your teammates can get more HP, better stats, which also carry over to NG games, okay, NG plus and stuff. Great idea. They can also get, for example, Ryuji has high costs on his abilities, mostly his HP costs, so you can get later in the game Arms Master, which you can put him into half his costs. It's a great way to further experiment with the teammate characters to create. I mean, the protagonist is the most valuable party member, obviously, but they're not nearly as useless as in the base game, okay? They also have a third persona form, which they get during the new semester if you maxed out their Confidant. It's like the two personas they had before, the original and the Awakened, they fuse and create a third new one. It's oftentimes a younger version or another alternative version of their first personas. So, for example, Ryuji has Captain Kidd and then he gets William instead, which is, yeah, those characters are like the same, I think. And Yusuke gets Goemon, but young version pretty much. And they get a new skill, their ultimate skill, so to speak. Ryuji's is amazing, Panther's ends on whatever, however you like to say that one, is also amazing. I like Yusuke's the most so far, actually. It's the most useful. And then I also like Makoto's and actually Haru's one as well. I didn't unlock Kazumi/Sumira's, god damn it, ultimate skill. So excuse me for that. As I said before, Akechi's Confidence is hugely changed. Great impact on the end game. You need to max it out, or not max it out, you need to get to a point before a certain date in the story, and you also need to max out the 5-star Confident link of Kazumi and another new character, Maruki, who is a very important character. I've already said spoilers, so shame on you if you didn't listen, okay? Maruki is a great character. When he was introduced, I even said it out loud. that character looked suspicious AF. I said, oh, we're going to fight this dude. I know it, I just know it. And yeah, I was right. But it's more to that then. I'll get to that later. There's also new events, new personas, new... Now, when you write your teammates, they can send a photo of things that have happened. And they have changed some dialogue and... Whoa! It's not really an entire new game, but it feels so fresh in some way. Especially because it was so long ago since I played the original game that I enjoyed it immensely. I think I clocked in at 130 hours in total, and aside from a few hours grinding Mementos for personas, I enjoyed it, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I have nothing to complain about in reality. Then we get to some combat improvements. They haven't touched combat that much, actually. What they have changed is what I said before. Baton passes, however you like to say it, have gained some more importance. You can now gain HP as well as SP if you maxed out the rank for Baton Pass, and the characters as always get more damage and stuff. So that's great. There's also a new thing called technical damage, so I think, for example, if a shadow is on fire, you can nuke them to create that technical damage. If they are asleep, you can do a melee attack of some form to create that technical damage. It has a chance of knocking them down, and at max rank it will knock them down. It do a huge amount of damage, will be very useful later on in the end game. So I like that one. It creates more depth to the combat, and yeah, a nice surprise. And the best change of all, I think, when it comes to combat, Jesus Christ, I need to mute my family chat because they spam. Jesus. There we go. I'm so sorry, okay? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, the biggest change is the bullets for the weapons. They regenerate after combat, so you can use them every combat encounter. It's a great change. It makes the game a little bit easier, but I appreciate it. That's probably it for that section. So let's get to the characters, the teammates, the old gang, so to speak, the Phantom Thieves. Let's start with Ryui, shall we? Ryui is the best teammate, no joke. I liked him even more in this game, even though he's so honest. Like, he's brash and impulsive and can just... Oh! It would be a shame if people knew that we're the Phantom Thieves in the open street.
Hey! Are you guys ready for the Phantom Thieves meeting?
Even though he can do stupid shit like that, okay? I like him. He's so true to himself in some way, and he's a total bro. A great friend. Yeah, his confidence is largely the same otherwise. He's a great combat teammate as well. Probably the best damage dealer when it comes to your teammates. When this is spoilers for the end game of the end content of the game. When he comes in to save the protagonist and Akechi from a Kazumi Vorpal Blade or whatever. I just got chills, man. It was like, oh, like Super Saiyan, so crazy. He's the best teammate without a doubt, okay? And then we get to the other one. I take these in order of their joining, so you can skip ahead if you like to hear another one. I take Morgana. He was a bit better than the base game. The lack of oh, shouldn't you go to sleep? Or the more freedom you have in the early game this time around makes him not as whiny. Even though he's a bit cocky in the beginning, like in the original game, he is a bit better as well. One thing that also annoyed me was when he started to go like, he's not a simp, he had special stuff for Ann, so if she couldn't do anything wrong, so to speak. And the Ryui is a man-child vulgar ape, which he kinda is, but Morgana isn't any better, okay? And that annoys me, the all high and mighty attitude of the character early on. Later on in the game it gets some more character development, satisfying semi-end, and the third semester he is even more important, and I think Morgana is a great character nowadays. I used him a lot more this time around as well. He's very useful in combat for the healing stuff, and but even though he's low on HP, nice character actually. Yeah, I still loathe the moment before Akumura's palace. It's so annoying. I just let it be over. Like, it's annoying. Yeah. Then we have Ann. She is less this beauty model and more so heartfelt, frisky personality this time around. Even though the start of the game is largely the same, she has some more time to shine during the events of the Kamoshida events, Kamoshida part of the game. She also has some more, how to say, a more diverse personality, in a way that she has a lot of personality, pretty much. I used her less this time around actually during combat. I changed my tastes. She's the main damage dealer of the team. She can charge up the entire team for the next magic attack to deal double damage with her ultimate ability. It's a great skill, but not nearly as useful as I would like. There are some hilarious times when she's about to strip for Yusuke, for example. I actually laughed out loud when it happened.
Oh no, it was nothing.
By the way, have you gained some weight?
You think so? I weigh the same as always. Maybe I'm bloated today.
And even though I knew what was going to happen, some things I just forgot a bit. And she also has some sad sections when revealing things about her past and present. But what's unique about her is, even though I didn't romance her or didn't have enough interest in her at all, to be honest, I still wanted to support the character in the game because she strives so much to become the best version of herself through all the hardships. Sorry, I can't speak today. And that's something I'd like to support in real life. So that's probably why when I play these games I put myself in the role of the protagonist, and by doing that I tend to be more drawn into the game than usual. So yeah. Yusuke. Yusuke. I love his character. He can be so random, say so much random stuff, and you really never know what to expect of him. That's what makes him great. Although he never has any money, but he always manages to buy stuff and survive in some way. I don't know how. He's like negative on money, okay? But he manages somehow. He buys lobsters for his cash. It's so fucking random. That's what's so funny about him. He's like, I'm going all in every day, all day, by being myself. I think Yusuke's biggest draw is that he's true to himself always. He's used in a way to show the player how losing sight of yourself and your goals are so very easy to do when it happens gradually, both during Madarame's palace and during the third semester. But he always manages to come back to his true goal, to listen to the destination in his heart. He's a great character. I love Yusuke. Makoto. Didn't like her as much as first. More annoying this time around. I don't know why really. Just felt like she was more annoying to start with during the events of Kaneshira's Bank. Or before that as well. When she awakens her persona and her struggles and rebellious side, made me like her way more. Almost chose her as my romance option also. Almost. But then I changed my mind. She's not the character I envision the protagonist to be with, actually. Even though she's a great character, don't get me wrong. She's a great character, okay. During combat, she's even better this time around. She can heal the party. She can buff the party through defense. I used her many battles to do just that. And she can deal heavy amounts of damage with nuke skills. She's a deadly force, and she has possibly the best debuff ultimate skill, where she it's like debilitate on every enemy. It's a great skill, okay? Sorry, I've also taken out two wisdom teeth in the back of my mouth, so it's hard to speak sometimes with the pronunciations and stuff. It's also coming out blood every now and then, so that's why I do like that. Yeah, I've written something as well. She is great for showing how others' influence over one can distort your true wants and dreams. Because a lot in the beginning when she's introduced and before Kanashiro's palace begins, she has many others saying she's a liability or she's useless, and it feels like at that time she just wants to do stuff for others' sake, for her sister's sake, to live up to her father's name. Doesn't have any real goal of herself. You get what I mean. So she's great for that fact and great character all around. Okay, Futaba. Holy shit, Futaba. I'm sorry guys. I just don't know what happened. She's a fantastic character, possibly the best in the entire game, and yes, I said it. She is that great, okay? She has so much personality. She is used so much in the story effectively. She has ties to Sojiro, which makes her even more important and used more frequently. So, great character. Her palace is my favorite because her tragic background and palace makes her easier to connect to in the game. It's a great palace, it's a great theme. I love Egyptian themes, so it's great. I love it. For some reason, I didn't max out her confidence as fast as I did in the original game. I don't really know why. To be honest, it just didn't happen. I was really sad about her happy reality. I don't know why, but it felt like she wanted the least. She just wanted a family, man. She just still powered through even though she lost her mother and stuff. I can understand Haru, bit like that, but she didn't really like her father that much. I felt like she didn't have the same connection, strangely enough. Shit, maybe I should have romanced her instead. Anyway, I didn't. I'm sorry. Probably should have. Yeah, great character. Then we can come to the aforementioned Haru. Even though she got a little more development this time around, it's largely plain and dull. Not that interesting of a character, all in all. Unfortunately, I'd like her to be, if I could. She's the most boring of the teammates, but even though she has some moments where she shines, but those are few, far in between. She's pretty good during battles. Her ultimate is both Marakan and those shield stuff. I forgot the names of those. Her garden activities are useful for the team, but so very boring. Doesn't feel like... Her personality can probably be summed up. My father plants her gardening, and yeah, that's it. Her happy reality is a bit more interesting. Made her a bit more interesting as well. She could have been a better character. They should have fleshed her out, okay? The second last, Kazumi/Sumire. Holy shit! This is how you insert an NPC into a game the right way. It feels like she's always been there in some capacity. I almost romanced her early on, but I couldn't. You can't romance her during the first 5 sections of her Confidant, which made me lose interest because I think I maxed her out that early, and I was like, I lost a bit of my interest in her. I'm so I need to mention this. Her backstory, oh my god, it's great. The reveal of her backstory is fantastic. I got shivers when it happened. I almost cried, damn it. it's so well made, and it makes her character be even more interesting than she was before. I really wanted to hang out more with her after the reveal and possibly even romance her, but then I had already romanced Hifumi, so it's a shame she couldn't join the team before the third semester. She has a cool persona, she has the bless element, I love bless element. It feels also that the game wants you to romance her. She feels like the canon romance option, okay? Apart from Futaba maybe. The last but not least, Akechi. I forgot my pancake boy Akechi. I'm sorry, rest in pancake. His character this time around, I loved him. I loved his character even more so. Shut the fuck up. Even more so than the original game. He felt more interesting, and I was more invested in his confident links when you had to make sure they came through. They progressed and stuff like that. Which brings me to the other point, the reveal on Christmas Eve after they've taken down Yalbaoth. You get the point I'm trying to make? The Holy Grail dude? He comes in and be like, I'll take the blame for those crimes because I committed them. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? And I started to wonder how he could have survived, so I was like, it doesn't make sense. And then you get to know more about him. He starts acting like his true self, which I enjoyed much more than when he acted falsely with a good intent. I like his cold personality with semi-psychotic tendencies. And then during the third semester I started to wonder, wait a minute, Kechi isn't real. I got that thought in my head myself. I didn't watch any spoilers or anything when I played this game before I played it, anything. So I just want to make it clear. I started to think, didn't survive. When Maruki told them about the happy realities, I began to think maybe this is Joker's, Ren's, Kira's happy reality. All of them alive, Akechi as well. And it became more of a like, ooh, this will be very interesting. It was amazing actually. It was a great way to make his character more important while also making it somewhat sad. Not really just an evil character anymore. NPCs and their confident links. General improvements all around. They've touched up on some stuff, they've given the Confidants some new abilities or reworked their earlier abilities. Yeah, I maxed out Soyira as fast as I could this time around. He's a great NPC and has a great personality, that's what I meant. He's like a father to the protagonist after a while, and why didn't I max him out during the original game, okay? I'm sorry guys, I am sorry. Also, most NPCs have some form of interaction with the story in some way. They have more presence during it and they feel more important. As a result, they feel more real, not just NPCs. Shihaya and Oya, they still suck. Major D word. Didn't like them, even though I maxed out Oya's pretty fast. They're just so plain and dull. Bleh! Especially Shihaya, you don't want to hear me say it, okay? Otherwise, not so many big changes. I laughed out loud during the Kawakami maid section of the game, especially because I picked those options that I did.
I'm here to fill your tired heart with all the lovely energy I can muster.
Nice to meet you.
So tell me, what can I do for you today? I could do the cooking, laundry, cleaning. Although if Master wishes, there are some other services, special ones, that I would be more than happy to provide for you. Oh my, that is such smooth skin you have, Master. How old are you exactly?
Well, I'm a dad.
I also laughed at some other Confident Link stuff, and it just makes you feel great. NPCs are great. They are even better this time around. Let me get to why did I pick Hifumi. Okay, I need to explain myself on this one. I picked Hifumi because she seemed more interesting. Her character was more fleshed out. Her confidence may have been reworked, it's hard to tell. I haven't gone back and checked, but I could feel a stronger bond with her this time around, especially because I could date her in Hawaii. That meant a lot to why I chose her. It felt more organic. And it also made me want to travel in real life, have those memories, late nights in other countries, and just enjoy life. She's cringe, but it's kinda cute as well, strangely enough, from time to time. She wants to be the best in her field, but she doesn't want to be dishonestly best through her own abilities. I've also written shy but cute, a good choice in my opinion, although Futaba and Kazumi/Sumire was a close second. So that's why I picked Hifumi. And the dates were cute as fuck. Yeah, I wish she were a phantom thief, like she was going to be originally. Now we get to other stuff. This is a longer video than I expected. The palaces. Yeah, improved vastly, most of them. Better looking, more fleshed out, more to do, more to find. They still retain the spirit from Persona 5. They are just more grand, more fun to trek through. Will seeds are a new addition. You need to find 3 of them, or you can find 3 of them, hidden in different locations. It made me want to search for these to find out where they were, how I could get them all. Grappling hook changes a lot of things. You can find new stuff, chests. You can skip through certain parts of the palace if you like Kamoshida's. I also remember them being more tedious in the original game. They are less tedious now. Especially Okumura's palace and Shido's palace. Those were never-ending palaces. Even this time around, but they were way better. Normally, I remember especially Okumura's palace was the worst. I hate that palace. It can go burn. The puzzles are improved, even though they aren't as hard. Most of the time it felt like it, at least. They don't need to be. Bosses are also changed. The best change to the boss, I would say, is Kamoshida, and Kaneshiro was also very fun. I also liked the part with Shido's boss where he fights you one-on-one. It felt more serious. Oftentimes there's a new mechanic during these fights where you need to change your strategy. For example, in Madarama's case, he summons elemental copies of himself, so then you can exploit that and find their weaknesses and create a baton pass to another one, and then finish it up with a grand finale, massive damage combo. I like that one fight as well. Favorite theme when it comes to palaces is the days when my mother was here. I could listen to that shit all day. Whims of Fate is also up there. Those are just stellar soundtracks, and I'm never getting tired of them. Yeah, Mementos! Yose, whatever you like to say. It's a new NPC. You can trade flowers for items in his shop, a great way to get black equipment for creating items of and stuff like that. You can also find stamps in Mementos, which you can use then to change the cognition in Mementos. Like you can get more money, more experience points and stuff like that. Largely, I also found out he has a hidden boss fight sequence. Don't really care. I didn't like Yose's character, he's annoying. And the stamps are kind of tedious as well. 40 stamps really in one section of Mementos. Otherwise, there is new music in different sections of Mementos. There can occur a special floor. I happened upon one where everything was dark. I also came to one where it was just treasure demons and stuff like that. It's fun. It's a fun change up. Also a place where you can grind. It's the best place to grind. And when you do, make sure you have Ryu's insta-kill move. Makes the grind a lot easier. You can get more money, experience. Also, you can trigger alarms easier. And alarms is a new thing. The alarms makes you able to get stronger item cards, skill cards, stronger equipment, stronger fusions. You can also get new skills from the fusions, better strengthenings. Overall, it's a great change. The only thing about it is that it's a small chance where things might go haywire and you don't get the resulting persona or item that you wanted, and you've just spent money, wasting money, trying to get something you didn't. It's gotta be a bit of a risk versus reward. In general as well, again, thoughts about the game. Even though it felt like a fresh start to MG++, I enjoyed it very much. Small improvements that made me feel like it was worth the money. If you play the original Persona 5 game, it's not nearly worth as much, but you can still play it again. It's like another game, but not really. Is it worth $60 though? Yeah, maybe I would have put the price tag on 40 at the most. So it feels a bit much really. Even though they've obviously done some work. It's a lot of money, okay? But for the other part, you got me this game. I started with AdSense in the beginning of the year, I think. I started with AdSense and I started getting money from my YouTube videos, finally. That very money went to the game. I don't earn a lot of money, especially if you consider how much time I spend to make videos and stuff like that. I don't get paid well at all. I do it for the enjoyment, and getting paid is just a bonus. So I want to say thank you. You made it so I could get this game. Therefore, I also hope you enjoyed my playthrough of it. It feels like we got a stronger bond in some way, and I don't want to impose too many ads, so I've just had ads in the beginning of the videos so far, which you can always skip. All the money I earn on YouTube goes back into YouTube. Okay? I don't buy ice cream or whatever. I don't buy food, or everything goes back. Back to the game. It dragged on a bit long towards the end, I felt like. New characters and new events during regular semesters was a great change, and felt more like I had something to do every day, not just hang out with Confidants. Sometimes they were on festivals. The third semester is also nice, but it feels like it's void of impactful content. It feels... Don't get me wrong, it's a great semester, but it could have been some events happening aside from my rookies. Maybe the team could have got together and had one last stuff before the final battle in case. Okay, I need to read this because it's the best shit I've written in a while. Soundtrack is the f***ing best. It's like drugs in some ways, stuck on my brain. The Ideal and the Real and Throw Away Your Mask is the best soundtracks they've added. They are great. I've listened to them. I've listened to them at work. I've listened to them when going to work. Especially Throw Away Your Mask. It's one of those tracks that you'll never grow tired of. New final boss was obvious, really, but also great. He's more moral, less obvious evil. Not even evil, actually. He's more, this reality is also good, while your reality can be good. I just want the best for you, but it's not the real deal. It's not. There aren't any character growth. There aren't any pain. There aren't any sorrow. No hurt. Lack of struggle, lack of sadness, no improvement. The fake ending was bittersweet. The fake ending was too sweet, I meant, like. It was too good. It was no hurt. It felt fake. You could tell it was fake. Which the developers obviously was going for. And in some ways I wanted to pick that ending because a part of me wants to live in my bubble, the happiest days of my life, and be stuck here forever. Nothing can hurt, make you sad, and stuff like that. Real life doesn't exist. While a part of me wants to have struggled so you can improve, so you can become the best you can through your own means. Then it feels more rewarding. That's why I think the true ending was bittersweet. It's more akin to real life, how it works, which sucks. And that's why it's so good, okay? After I watched that ending, I was like, that ending sucked. And then it grew on me for a while and I was like, that ending wasn't so bad. It was actually better in some ways. The Persona 5 ending, great. I love that. This one felt more real. The only thing I have to complain about, I mean, come on. No hugs. Just bye-bye. I'll call you. I'll text you on the phone. Come on. In real life, they would have gone out, patted him on the back, have final like group hug, Phantom Thieves out, whatever. He runs into Samire on the train station. She just says, "Oh, you told me to look up, blah blah blah. Well, see you." And she goes. Not even a bye-bye, nothing. So if you romanced her during the game, who will you feel bad? That's the ending. Replayability, yes. I haven't done all the personas, for example. There are a lot of things I missed to do. So yeah, it's replayable. If I do... Is the game worth it? Yes! If you didn't play the original game, get this game. It's a vast improvement over the original in almost every way. It's worth $60 without a doubt. They should have had, if you own the original game, so they should have sent out, okay, if you own the original game, maybe you can buy this one for $30, $40, not $60, come on. Would have been way better. But yeah, this is the complete version. You should get it if you like Persona. It's 130 hours, give or take, and it's a lot of value for your money. Everything I've said, I wanted to say, I've said. I feel like I don't have anything left to say, actually. Oh, I missed. I should have used this one and just, okay, that was a bit cringe, but yeah, in the beginning of the video. Sorry. Finishing thanks. I need to thank you all again for watching my videos. It's undescribable how much it means. Seeing your comments, seeing... hang on. Where you at, boy? I need to check this out live, because... Not live, but you get, I won't edit this one. To do it, I need to shout out Skywing1, been supporting me for a long time. Jacobi for his for real counters. Man, I don't know how you have the energy to do what you do. Ravenclaw Fairy, Kaya, Sabi, even though you don't probably watch these. Thank you for just supporting me. Sophia, Flames, Epic Musket, Dr. Siekera. You can just go in on a video and read the comments, and all of those just means the world. All the comments. I might actually cry. Yeah, me too, man. Vulgar boy is best boy. I agree. Maybe Romance Makona this time? If you like what I do, please consider supporting my other videos as well, especially top lists and stuff like that. I actually put a lot of time in those. It would be appreciated if you had the time, but again, it's no need. I understand if you don't want to see them, okay? I don't judge. It sucks to move on, okay? It sucks to be finished with this. It felt like I was a part of the gang, okay? And it sucks to leave these guys for I don't know how long, maybe forever. And that just goes to show how well made the characters and the game are. The game is, I meant. It's so well made, I just feel sad. I want to stay in this dream bubble, but I can't, and that's reality. That's real life. But please let me know what you think about this video, other videos, my channel, my growth, probably. And I'll see you in the next vid. More things are coming. Huge things are coming. I have many things planned, so please stay. I'm not done yet. And have a great one.